Hey everyone, thank you for joining me for another video, and today we're gonna be continuing our adventures in Dinkum. And today is quite an important day for Dinkum because today the game has become officially version 1.0. It has been come out of early access and has now been released as a full game. So an important point with that is that the developer has also updated the Steam page and now has a free demo available for people who want to try out Dinkum, who may not necessarily are sure if it's a game for them or not, so they can try out the demo. I do play quite a few demos just to get an idea of what games are like, and so I very much celebrate that as a potential to get new people in. And there's a host of new features and new other bits and pieces that have been put in place. So I could run through a lot of what's there. Things like the town bell has been added, which is a bell that can be rung, and that's really, I think, more for multiplayer or for when you ring the bell. All players currently on the island can see an icon for each villager on their map. And so that could be quite useful even on a single player game, just to try and track down someone if you've got a day task that you're doing for somebody. Things like a bug terrarium have been added. The number of guest houses has been increased from 3 to 4, so I'm going to have to rework some space of how I'm going to get the extra guest house in, because I only saw 3, so I really only planned for 3, and things like that. So yep, we're going to just dive back into our game, and yeah, we'll carry on from where they're going. So it's going to be interesting to see the further updates that comes, and it's good that the developer is still very much actively working hard on the game, which is great. Oh, new crafting recipes. So I'm guessing this is part of the update as well, where there are certain recipes that have been released that I probably have already met some of the requirements for. So go take a look at those. So let's dive outside. And yesterday I was working on doing some cooking of some items because I was getting clear on what I needed to get done, and my inventory is relatively full. So I've got some cooked bananas, cooked bush lime, cooked cactus fig. I've got a pair of brown tights that I got from one of the daily tasks, so that can go somewhere in that one, I think. Probably I'll dump that out of the way in there. Let's get a little bit of inventory space back. I've got some other things I can sell on, so hopefully shortly when John's up and about and in his shop, I'm gonna take a look at that. Some comments that came in on the last video that were where are we? Let me quickly go onto my other screen quickly. Yeah, got a confirmation that yes, eggs are from chooks, so I'm going to need to wait till old Owen is back on the island to get some chickens. I did think you could just go and run off and grab one of the chooks that are on the island and possibly drag them back and dump them in, but that turned out not to be the case. And also as well, another comment was saying that a general rule of thumb tends to be that the ladies like cooked fruit and the guys like cooked meat. Obviously that does have an issue with someone like Erwin, who doesn't like cooked meat, and yeah, he very much got grumpy at me when I tried to offer him some when he said he was hungry. But you know, it is what it is, so that's cool. And I've also got to do the building material for these 2 guest houses. I've now got to work out whether or not a 3rd one or 4th one will even fit here, but I was hoping to try and leave this because I'm not sure how many other shops we're going to have in. It's supposed to have 5. I've got 3 in already, so obviously that'll be 2 there, and possibly have others round this side. And but yeah, at the moment we'll wait and see how that goes. Right, John should be back in his shop by now. So let me go and see if John's in here. Let me go and sell some goods. So I've got quite a lot to sell off to him. I've got some fireflies. So I might keep one and try and donate it to Erwin. Got some cooked saltwater fish. does have a nice bit about something to do with attack parameters there. I think I'll get rid of that one anyway. And grass seed, I don't need to sell that on. Cooked meat, I was going to use that for me. Still got some other bananas to look at cooking off, and I don't want to give him the Spinifex resin. So yeah, we'll leave that and we'll just sell those. Right, how much are you going to give me for that lot? 53 grand. So yeah, definitely a nice money spinner in Dinkum is to harvest stuff and to cook it and sell it off. I will be looking as well at utilising the cooking station more. I haven't really looked heavily into that on its own directly, but there are some recipes here that will work out quite nicely. So raw meat and mangrove stick creates meat on a stick, which is certainly better. The croco skewers, again, I need to get some onions for that. Dagwood dog, that's going to be corn. Meat pie, flour, I haven't got any flour. I need to work out how to get that in. And other bits and pieces like that. So there's plenty of stuff here to look into, and I imagine this is probably going to be a lot more money to sell this sort of thing on. So this was something that Debos did mention in one of my early videos. This was quite a good item: bush lime, apples, quandongs, and bananas, which was why I'd pretty much gone with doing the orcharding area for those 4 particular items, so that I could have quite a good selection on this. But I haven't really looked at this as yet, as in I've not really cooked off that many of them, but that is certainly something I want to look at in the future to try and start making some more money, because a lot of the costs for things are going up quite exponentially when it comes to some of the work we're doing. So I'm going to certainly look at those. Let's get these in. These are where I sold off some. Got some crocs gotten rid of, and also had a couple of bush devils as well, which is this one here, which is a 12k. So yeah, if you can trap bush devils, they're great. That's 12,000 per bush devil. That's quite a nice amount. And if you have like 3 or 4 traps, you know, you can usually make a pretty penny out of it, which is nice. So there's lots of ways to make lots of good money in Dinkum. Yes, some of them are a bit more manual than others, and one of the things I found was good for the animal traps is if you put the animal collection point nearby to something that is going to be like a bush devil nest or something, and then put these in on the side where the arrow is. The moment one of the animals goes into that trap, it immediately gets lifted off. So like, for example, if I try and rage out old Croco here, come on fella, there you go. As you see, it all flies away straight away without any time for it to fight against the trap. So that's a good way of dealing with those. And what else do I need? I was going to look at getting that opal thing picked up as well, wasn't I? I got the... Did I pick up my... Oh, I didn't. Around the back there. They snuck around that side. Thank you very much. So I wanted to upgrade my... Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do. That was slightly embarrassing. Oh, I'm standing in the way. Helpful. Thank you. Right. That's what I wanted. I wanted to upgrade my pickaxe. There we go. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's pop the ore in here on the copper bars, because I did find I was getting really low on copper, and so that was quite a useful thing to keep in there. Right, good. Good. And the other thing I was going to look at was that firefly I was going to donate to Theo, because I want to try and get as much as possible of these donations done, just to get the relationship points up with him. Yep, take it and be done with. 100 of our reputation points. That's all. Right, cool. And apparently in here there are options where you can go into here, and this will be where you'll find the items displayed that you have donated. So donating fish will appear in there, and donating insects appears in these areas. Obviously you can see there's different biomes for each item. So like the firefly is over here, and see there's that area in there with some butterflies in. Nothing in that one at the minute, and nothing in this one. And this one you can see is the desert biome with the cacti and some rocks. But yeah, so we're doing alright with that. So I'm going to get some building material together for those 2 guest houses. Now apparently these guest houses can be, actually the guest houses can be rented out, and you can buy a rent sign from old John. Chat, can I buy the rent stuff from here? Alright, let's see if he needs anything. Minimalist bedside. 42,000. I'll go on then. You can go in the guest house. Minimalist bedside table. Okay. So apparently there's meant to be a for rent a rent sign that you can put outside something. House customization kit. Oh, well, I've got a house now, I'll take one. I'll give it a try, see what it does. Not tried it yet, so give it a look. And that's the onion. Don't want those at the minute because I can't really afford to do much more with it. And I don't see anything that John's got there. So what's the house customization kit? Do I do that in my house, or is that done in... Nope, doesn't work. Alright, let's try the guest house. See if it works in there. Because I do want to get these places decorated, and... Nope, well that's not doing anything at all. Alright, let's pop the bedside table over there. I'm going to need to... I think I've also got a cabinet. There we go. That can go in here as well. Yep, cabin cabinet. You pop that there. So that's in the middle of the room. Just need to get some kind of bed for there. So the house customization kit doesn't do anything. That's kind of annoying. I was hoping it would. Oh, there we go. Right, that's it. So you can customize or upgrade, but you've got to be touching the building. I wish that had been slightly clearer. Okay, so what can we do here? So we can change the colour by the looks of things. You can change the roof style. Okay, so you can change the housing style, roof style, the front door. That's kind of funky. Windows, okay, and outside fencing. Oh, that's quite nice. You can change between the outside fencing, change it into stone and everything, or take it completely away. That's quite nice. That's a nice option. Right, okay. Alright, I'm going to cancel out of that because I'm not going to use that at this moment in time. I'll come back to that. I think I'll probably use it on my place first, not on the cabin. So I'm going to dump that away in here, out the way at the minute. But that's certainly something I'm going to work on. And I also get those bananas, tuck them up there, and put the cooked meat down there, so I know I can use it for. Let's just check what's going on the bulletin board. Crafting request. 8 rock path for me. Yep, sold. I can do that. Ingredient request: prime roast. Short and green beans. Don't have any green beans. I'll have to see a photo taken near this location. I do need to look into the old events. Oh, we've got Melvin's birthday coming up and a fishing competition on the 22nd. That's going to be one I want to make sure I don't miss. And I'm into winter apparently. Wow, this year's absolutely driving by. Darn it. Okay, so I also need to build a couple more chook places here as well to get ready for when I get the chickens in. And you can see my apples are finished. They're ready to harvest, but I'll do those next episode. The bush limes aren't quite ready. But yeah, we've got a lot that's going on. So let's have a look. What other ones have we got? Harvest Master. I've got that for picking a bunch of fruit. Only 50. Not great reward, but there we go. Fish Catcher. Did that, which is good. Hot Fruit. Again, cooked a bunch of fruit off. I'm not going to complain too much at 100 items. That's quite cool. I've caught different fish, so that's another milestone done. Slowly but surely catching up on the milestones. You got to give back after you take. Here's a milestone for planting wild seeds for grass, trees, and bushes. So I've got a couple of levels of that, which is nice. So it's blown us over £1,000 on our points, which is really nice. And let me just drop another trap down here in case of a croco coming around. It's nice to have these primed and ready. Something else I would highly recommend doing as well is to add in the a map icon for where you have those animal collection points, because I found that I was sometimes getting lost when I went out here looking for trying to remember where I put the darn things. So yeah, specifying a particular map marker with a legend of what you are doing or where you've put them is going to be really useful. I went with the skull one because obviously they are animals that can kill you if you're not careful. And if you make the mistake of not having your stamina ready. That's the other point. And right, all my trees are looking good. And I do want to pick up this this beehive and bring it back round. Because I did notice there was a building recipe for the beehive. I can't remember if that was on the last video or if I just was randomly talking to myself in my head while I was playing the game. And yeah, and one of the items for that is to have a queen bee, which you can only really get from inside of a hive. So, how are we doing on this? What we got in the weather station coming up? Alright, so we've got nice weather today, a little bit overcast tomorrow afternoon. In response to Debo's comment, no, I missed the finding the meteor from the meteor shower, unfortunately. I was on a completely different island to where I think it came down, and by the time I kind of worked my way over there, it was late in the evening and had to because I didn't see exactly where it landed, so I had to kind of abandon the search, which is a bit of a pain. But I'm hoping to get towards getting the watercraft licensing, so that I can look at getting the access to that as well. But yeah, that will come with time. Obviously, I'm trying not to race everything at once because I kind of trying to play the game in the spirit I believe the developers will have wanted. Is that you're not just racing for a particular milestone, but you're kind of growing the village within the kind of parameters that you don't run before you can walk kind of idea. So you get the little incremental update or increases to the place, rather than just purely focusing on just trying to grow the village and trying to chase getting people in, because otherwise you're just going to end up with being completely and totally lost on what you're trying to actually achieve, because there's so much to do here. Trying to keep a track of all of it at once is a little bit overwhelming. Right, so we've got those. I need 4 tin sheets, so I'm going to grab the tin bars because they need to be chucked through the what delivering the sawmill to get those out. And those are palm wood logs I need, so I've got those. I've got a load of gum logs, and I've got some hardwood planks as well, but I don't need those for the moment. I've got enough tin ore to make another bar. I don't need that at this moment in time. Is that really all the wood I've got? I thought I had more wood than that. Or have I completely missed it while I was rambling and not looking what I was doing? Which is entirely possible as well. Okay, so yeah, so I've got the gum wood and the palm wood are the main bits I need, but I don't have my nails. Where are my nails gone? I know I had a load of nails. I wonder if I've lost some stuff in my moving stuff around. I need to bring my other bug net next time because that's getting towards the end of its durability. Yeah, no, I'm reopening the same boxes and I'm completely missing the fact that I don't have what I was hoping I had. Oh well. Hey, these things happen. But yeah, so bird coop is one of the bits I'm going to need to build over the next couple of episodes. Try and make sure I've got enough for multiple chickens. Here's the beehive that I was mentioning. Iron bars has kind of been the determining step at the moment because I don't have much in the way of iron, but imagine that is going to be for going down into the mines, and the mines is quite a big undertaking to set up from what I was seeing, and so I'm being a little cautious with that at the moment, not trying to go run before I can walk with things. Windmills another thing I want to look at, which I think is going to be good, but again it's iron bars. I don't have those, so it's kind of getting to the point where I'm going to have to really start looking at the mines. But yeah, people have mentioned to not take the dinks in with you, and I'm kind of a little bit unsure of how to not have the dinks on me, and so I'm going to leave that for a little bit if I can. I'm going to just focusing more on just trying to work out how best to work with this. Scarecrows seem to be something quite a useful idea. Stop birds from eating your crops, but I don't have the pumpkins or the watermelons, so again I'm kind of slightly running before I can walk. Blimey, day's gone already. I've been yabbering away to myself. I've entirely lost the day. Crikey, right, let's quickly see what this is that I've got here. Come on, go through there before I lose all my... Oh, opal. There we go. Opal's nice shiny gemstone. Apparently they're pretty good for selling as well. Deal with that. Let's grab myself some more copper. And a bit more of the tin as well. I was about to say iron, because some of the other games I've played, they've been iron in those sorts of things. So, right, so I need 40 gunwood planks. Just got to move myself the camera around because it changes the volume of the saw. Because otherwise, if you're looking at it straight on, you'll find it's a bit louder. Whereas sort of tucked around off to the side, it's a bit more muted. So it's quite nice to not have all that. But yeah, we can quickly run through, blasting through these. Okay, we're 6 o'clock, so what I'll probably do is I'll pop the video on pause and just finish off doing these, getting the sawing done, and we'll probably, as it's getting dark as well, we'll catch you up in the morning. Oh, the skies are great out there. Yeah, we'll catch up in the morning when we can start dumping all those items into the homes. Alright, I will see you shortly. Right, all the wood's done, and now we are just looking at getting the nails together. One thing I do wish had been implemented is the ability to choose how many you wish to craft, rather than having to go, oh, I've got 4 tin bars left, I require 1. It'd be nice if there was an option to say, go, right, I want to be able to use all 4 of those to craft as many nails as I can. Because otherwise, just having to click this each time can be a little bit of a laborious process. And yeah, I'm just using up all the tin bars I've got just so I've got a good stock of the items. So I've got in all the palm wood planks that I've sawn through, all the gunwood planks I've sawn through. I've got a load more tin sheets, and I've also, as we just saw there, got all my nails done as well. I've got a good number of nails because I do find they are used for a fair number of stuff. You know, it's like 19 per house, so you know that's going to take 38 nails to get through those. So right, let's get rid of those, and we're going to dump in everything we need. So we're going to place those in so they can start construction tomorrow. I wanted to get it done on the night. I know it's still night time that we're doing stuff, but I wanted to at least get it done in the night time. So let's place the building materials inside again. Bada boom. So it looked like I had made quite a lot, but as you see, just chewed through them relatively quickly. So, oops, did you all place correctly? Did I not get that in place? I must have been yabbering. Oh! Oh, I'm 2 gunwood planks shy. Oh, 9:45. I've got time. I can quickly go and cut something down. Should be all good. There's no crocos around in here. Right, let's quickly, for the end of the day, let's quickly get this done. Good. The gunwood nut as well. That's what I need. Oh, and I'm still shy a tin sheet as well. Ah, damn it. I didn't count. I needed 4, not 3. Blast. Oh well. Oh, this is lessons to learn, as they say. I've only got 4. Oh no, I've got 6 tin. Right, let's quickly smelt that through. And I can quickly do the gunwood plank. I'm glad I've got the faster smelter. And then quickly, how many of these do I need? Gunwood planks. I think there's only 2 I needed. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll quickly saw these through while I wait for that bar to smelt. There we go, that's those done. Get those out of the way, get that out of the way. When that bar comes out, I can quickly run that through and we'll get that done. It's 10:30 at night, so still got a little bit of time. And quickly run that over here. Run that through there. And we've got our tin sheet. All done. It still baffles me slightly how a bar can be turned into a massive flat sheet using a saw. Oh no, it did say I had enough. Huh. Weird. Oh, okay, alright. I must have misread something. So that's all good. Construction starting tomorrow, and this one is... Right. Cool. Alright, fine. I don't need to have that being tracked anymore. Oh, was that the one from old... Oh, the crafting request. She wants the rock path, didn't she? Should have... Have I got some new stone on me? I don't know if I have, but I might be able to get that quickly knocked off before the end of the day as well. Because I want to get those bulletin board items done pretty quickly, because they tend to come through with some quite nice rewards on things. Let's throw that in there. That in there. Hardwood and the gum nut, I've got a different place for those. Gunwood can go in there as well. I've got brick path, but she wanted a different kind, didn't she? She wanted the rock path. Right. Let's quickly go in here. We'll find the rock path she wanted. Yeah, there we go. So she wanted just 8, didn't she? Yep, There we go. I wonder if I can go and find old Fletch. Is she still around at this time of night, or has she gone to bed? Yeah, there she is. See, it's quite nice having these around here. Having this area up here, because a lot of the townspeople will tend to congregate around it. So that's why I kind of worked around the idea of trying to find where everybody is. By giving them a place where they're naturally going to gravitate to. Yep, perfect. Yep, throw it a bit grand. Lovely. Yeah. So everyone tends to come around here at night time. So if I've got a request... Oh, hello. He's doing some digging. You mining for gold there, old boy? Okay, so that might be something worthwhile. I don't know if that's something that's mentioned quite a lot, or if that's just something weird I found that works quite well, but I found that was good to do. Because what I found when I had it right by my sleeping area, my tent at the time, everyone kept coming over to it, so yeah, good with that. So let's start the next day. Ah, Franklin's visiting. Now, Franklin, I've got a gold disc for him because he likes gold discs. It's in my weirdy stuff over here. Although, not gold discs, shiny discs. Alright, let's go see him. Yo, Franklin. Have some discs for you. There you go, mate. You have that. Ate a bit grand. Yep, good. So, what am I going to need to do to get him? Sold. You can have that. So hopefully he will start to want to get a place nearby. So a bomb's 10k, a repair table's 60,000. Now I quite like this idea because I'm quite don't have enough for tin bars. Oh, pucks. Alright, I have to wait till he's back around the next time. Because I do go through tools pretty quickly. You know, I've lost count the number of shovels I've had as I've gone through, the number of pickaxes and the number of normal axes that I've gone through trying to clear stuff. It's yeah, it's quite a lot. Quite a lot you end up using up just because of there's a lot of stuff to do around here. So right, let's go see old bulletin board. Ingredient request, looking for some lamington, but I'm short a coconut, don't have a coconut. Frilly capture. Oh! For each frilly. That's the frilly lizard, isn't it? Hang on, let me have a look. Animals. Oh, blast. Oh, that's nice that they've got a an item hit, a notification in the top corner that you've donated it to the museum. That's really helpful. So I've got a lot I've still got to go and do. Haven't donated any fish yet, but I've started to work my way through those. So how am I going to confirm what that is? I think the frilly is. How long have I got left? 2 days left. Well, for each frilly that's delivered. Right, let me go and see. How many cages have I got on me? I've got 1 cage for definite. And let me go and pick up the cage that's over here. If I'm going to get money for those frillies, I'm going to certainly want to have those to hand. Now, I'm pretty sure I've got a animal collection point that's over here somewhere. Let me also grab the gum log as well, because I'm getting short on gum logs, and so I might as well, while I'm quickly running around, grab any that are windfall items, because they will, you know, ones that are on the ground are not going to take any durability away from any of my tools. So if we go running up, which way was it? I think it was up this way. I put a trap down. Was it up this one? It's either up this way or it's on the next island over. So we'll go and take a little look. Oh, hello. What are you lot all attacking? Attacking each other, or? Gonna follow that. If one of those is getting hurt, then oh, you're gonna try and come after me, or were you just playing around and barking at the moon? I think they were just barking at the moon. All right, not a big drama for them. They looked like they were having fun. Yeah, the dogs certainly seem to be unsettled today. Well, they're sort of diving at each other. Ugh, unless it's mating season. Oh, didn't think about that. Okay, is there one around here? No. Okay, so what's around this area? I've got a frilly there. Let me drop myself down one of my animal collection points. I've built a few of these, so pop that there, and I'll pop one of those there, and one next to it. I might be able to grab a couple of those lizards. Right. Come on, frilly vanilli. Hey, I've got a frilly. That's cool. Oh, I thought there was a croco around here, so he's had a fight with something. Lovely. Grab some of that meat. Any other frillies around here? No. Dog. Ooh. These are quite good fun to sell or get sent over as well. Come on, echidna. Bada boom. Thank you. I don't see any other frillies around here, but you know, worth having a note put in there, because there are quite a few different animal types around there, and it might be worth just leaving a trap and trapping a doggy or two. Right, let's pop that there so I know that's around. Any other frillies around here? Not that I can see. But you know, at least we get a little bit more money in, and it's going towards some of the points we already have for the, or money at least that we have. Not sure if that goes towards any kind of trapping skill that we may have, but you know, it's good to at least collect more things. We're going to have to definitely off camera at some point do a real kind of bug and critter hunt for the or the fish hunt anyway, for the museum, so that we can start to catch up on what I need to donate to them. Oh, another frilly. Ah, a pair of frillies. And a bush devil. Ah, I'm going to pop down my other animal collection point here, I think. There's a raw meat, so we'll leave that there. Let's go drop you here. And we want that. Alright, I tell you what, can I get it nearer to the bush devil? love to get it right just outside his little nest there. That'd be a great way. Pop that in place, and we'll pop a trap down there. Ooh, sugar. Shut up. I'm in your bed, I'm in your bed. Come on, mate. Woohoo! Lovely. Bush devil tripped into it. But I don't have any more cages, so no more frillies. Oh well. Let me quickly re-add in my house on there again, so I know where I'm going to head back to. And quickly keep an eye out for some more wood on the ground, but yeah. Successful little morning, and I've done what we need to do with the that item on the bulletin board. Oh, hello, I've got a couple of barrels. Right, let's quickly knock these out of the way. Let's have a look what's in there. Bright wire, smooth slate, old springs. Ah, another shiny disc. Hey, hey, Franklin's around. How are we doing? 12 o'clock. We've got time. We can go and get him to go and sell him another one. And that will at least net us a little bit more favour from him. Oh, hello. We've got old Crocos about again. Ah, animal collection. Oh, I have got that one already noted. Alright, cool. That's good. I think I've got about 4 or 5 animal collection points dotted around the map. And I'm going to need to go through and find all of those and get them properly marked up so I know where they are for future. Jump in the doggo. I'd say it's a bit like jumping the shark, but I've already done that once on here already. Go here, and 1, 2, 3. Ah, missed. So I was hoping to kind of get the extension done so that I'm not quite, or at least I could kind of get and jump from one island to another on some of these bits without having to have the bridges in. Got another shiny disc for you. There you go. Yep, 8,300. So that's basically made most of the money back from what I bought when I used that or purchased that house customization kit and everything. So that's good. Great idea for a new invention. Alright, what's your new invention, Franklin? A jet ski. A jet? A motorbike? Ha 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 ha! Oh, what does a jet ski require? Again, it's iron bars. I think this is really telling me I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to go and start looking at the mines. Oh, you might be able to get a lawnmower. That could be quite useful. Stops grass growing back permanently, or that could be quite nice to have for around, pathways and things. But it requires an old contraption, and I think that old contraption I need to use black tile path for 5 grand. Yeah, teach me. Cool. Black tile path, don't really need it. What's a repair kit? Use it to repair all your damaged tools at a repair table. It'll be 30,000. Crikey. Alright, yeah, that's a fair wad of money. Right. Let me just check. How much have I got? Anything else that? Oh, not accepting donations. Cool. Got everything. Right. Let's talk to old Fletch and see what we've got. Any licenses I can apply for? Handling license. That's Wombat stuff. Tool belt license. Don't need that realistically. Sign writing. Don't need that. Waterscaping for water beds used to create waterfalls. Interesting. And yeah, I'm going to save up, I think, for the brewing license, if I'm honest. Let's talk about the town. Let's see what other deeds we've got. So I've got the mine deed is the one I'm going to have to look out for next. That's the extra house that's just come with this 1.0 update. So that's again 95,000. The wish fountain, I don't have the pearls to do that. And but yeah, 50k, that'd be quite nice to have. Put that next to the bandstand. So that would be quite cool. But it's the mine deed I'm going to need to look for now. So I'm going to need 5 tin bars, 5 copper bars, bag of cement, and an old gear. That's going to put our town 250 in debt. Alright, let's go and do it. Let's pull the trigger. Yeah. I'm going to pay it off in no time. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Right. Okay, cool. So I've received the underground mine. Great place to easily find ores. Well, I suppose if you're into rowing or anything else, seacraft, you do certainly need your oars. Yes, I know, my humour is dad level for sure. Right, how big is this? Not too bad actually, size-wise. Okay, cool. Hang on, let me go and grab my... Oh, hello, Rain, what would you like to say? This is sort of this is for you. Oh, a green bow hat. That's very nice of you, Rain. Thank you. What are you? Animal Research Centre. That was at the Croco from yesterday. It was 9,600. All right. Well, yeah, we're nearly halfway towards paying off our debt for the mine that I haven't even built yet. And so that's cool. All right, let's get rid of some of this stuff because I'm going to need to really have a think about where I want to put this mine. So I've got enough keys for sure. Contraption I've got. That's why I was worried about the other one, is I've only got one contraption, so I'm kind of concerned doing much more with it. And springs I've got, cogs I've got, or gears I've got a load of. But yeah, at the moment it's the contraption and the keys. Apparently the keys are needed for when we go down. Oh, so I can place that into... Oh, okay, so I can place it into a crate. I don't need to have it carried with me at all time. Aha! So that was meant by don't take the dinks down the mine. Alright, cool. Well, I'd like to get the... I'd like to get more copper to be able to make sure I've got, when I open the mine up, a brand new axe, pickaxe, hammer, and the spear. I'll probably get that that bat with a shark tooth in it as well, just purely because I imagine there's probably going to be quite a lot I would need to be cautious of down there. So, okay, I've kind of cleared this area out and run a pathway over here because I do quite like having sort of paths coming out. So maybe I'd run a path up along here and have. Because I did want to keep an optional area to expand my orchard on either side. Because my thought was, these are in paddocks that are, or in at least a roped off area that allows me to have 40 trees of each, or 40 bush tree, whatever, of the different material, of the different items that were growing. So there'll be 40 apple trees, 40 banana trees, and everything like that. I can then extend this out a few more lines if required. And going to the other side, I did leave some room next to the bandstand that I can bring this over a couple more and have these extended out to add another couple of trees in on each row, just to make sure that there was that room for expansion. So I don't want to have the mine blocking that out. I'd kind of like to have this area here, although I haven't done the greatest bit here with this, but yeah, you win some, you lose some when you're building something. But I do want to keep this area behind here for a couple more shops, just in case. Because we're having sort of multiple people coming into the town. And I'd probably want to have this pathway coming up here somewhere. Because I imagine the mine's going to look a bit of an eyesore. And I'd want it to be somewhere tucked out of the way, so it's not looking too ugly. So maybe I would have it. There we go. So that gives kind of an idea of what I'd want to have over this end. So I'd probably say maybe have the mine entrance over here. You know, from a purely, you know, point of view of any kind of engineering design, you wouldn't necessarily want to have a mine right next to an open body of water, because you'd want to be careful in case you weaken the wall, because that would pretty quickly drown you. There have been plenty of historical cases where people have been mining under rivers or too close to bodies of water, and mines have collapsed and flooding has occurred, and unfortunately people have lost their lives. So, but it's a game. I can take certain numbers of creative licenses with this, but I at least like to try and acknowledge it in my own head, if nothing else. Of, you know, be careful of this because of X, Y, or Z. Just keeps a little bit of realism there to me. Right, okay. So we need bag of cement. Check. Old gear, old contraption, old key, tin bar, copper bar. So throw that in there. I've got a tin bar. Don't have enough iron ore at all. So that's going to be something I need to go and run around and do tomorrow. Don't need any tin sheets. That's good. Let's go find our old gear. I need 10 of them. Old contraption I need. Oops, there we go. Key I need. And that's it from this this selection. I still would like to be able to rename it from wooden crate. You know, that would be nice to be able to name a certain item and have it that the name would pop up by where it says open. So you could, for example, that this was crafted material, or this was ores, or something like that. It would just make a slight quality of life difference, but certainly would make it a lot easier than chasing around having to go and find all these random bits and pieces. I'd also, I think I need to get a torch or something like that from old John before I go heading down here, because I imagine that it's going to be pretty dark in a tunnel. They don't tend to come with their own interior lighting, so being able to have some way of seeing where I'm going, I imagine, would be rather advantageous. If there are critters up here, I imagine there are probably critters underground as well that I may not want to necessarily be meeting if I don't know what the heck they look like. So, that going there, that going there. Key, no keys are going to be used for this as well. So I will need to go and have a run around with the metal detector as well, because you can find keys and things in metal detectors. Not in metal detector. You don't find a key in a metal detector. You can find buried stuff with a metal detector. There we go. Honestly, I can speak the language of the country I was born in. So yeah, we're good with that. Let me drop out the concrete or cement, because I don't need that at the moment. And I can take one of those. It's still the same day. That animal. Oh, it's still going on for 2 more days. Ooh. Alright, that's cool. Well, I can do some of those. That's not a big deal. Right. Don't think there's much else I can do really today at this point. I'm going to need to go and do some hopping around looking for some more ores. So I think what I'll do is I'll pop the video on pause for now. Actually, no, where are we? It's 55 minutes in. Alright, I'll end the video here, I think, because I'm going to need to go and go on an ore hunt to go and find some tin bars, copper bars, etc. And we'll bring those through, once they've been smelted up, and start the next video off with all of that smelted off, and hopefully with all the relevant equipment that I can look at starting to go down the mines and take a look, and hopefully I survive and not get myself killed inside of 5 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. So we'll see if I can do the Day of Dinkum when it comes out of early access and full release, and I get to try out the mines for the first time. So yeah, stay tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and pop any comments in the comment section below. Thank you very much indeed, and I'll see you on the next one. You take care now. Bye bye.